because it
Okay.
cuts off the beginning. It cuts off the beginning. So right about here, we are here with Desi Benjamin, legendary Hollywood promoter,
Yeah.
and doing the new documentary Scenesters. Now
Well,
that's on Tubi.
it's on Tubi, it's on Google Play, it's on Amazon. I suggest Tubi for free, but it's commercials.
Yeah, no, I watched it twice. It's amazing. It was really great.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Well, then we talked on the phone about a week ago, and you were like, so you watched the whole thing, right? You're telling me, and I'm like, yeah, I watched the whole thing. And then you go, let me have it.
Well, it could have been better.
Yeah, but I just love the fact that you're talking about the bands that like Human Drama, for instance. I saw them in the magazines, and I never did get a chance to see them or know anything about them. So
they were great.
Yeah, and that's what I heard, but I never got a chance to see them or hear them. And so this bands like that I really liked hearing about because it was just amazing. Or like Francois, I told you on the phone, I never actually saw him talk. So that alone is worth the price of admission. That was cool. From Motorcycle Boy, the singer of Motorcycle Boy, for people who don't know.
Yeah.
But can you tell us how you got it on all those things, Tubi and whatnot?
Well, I have a distribution, and they handled it. MBD distribution. They distribute everybody.
Now, how did you get them as your distributor?
Some guy called Bruce Duff, who's a legendary guy. He said he knew these people, and they said, "Okay, we're going to do it."
So did you know him?
Oh yeah, forever.
Oh, so you were friends with him?
Yeah,
or are friends with him?
He's in the movie as well.
Oh, okay. Say his name again, so I can when I watch it.
Bruce Duff.
Bruce Duff. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll check it out. So he's in the movie. Oh, I didn't realize
he was in 45 Brave. He was in offshoot bands of the Circle Jerks. He was in a lot of bands, clubs, yeah. Yeah, so, he's the guy.
So tell me, what made you make that documentary? What was the motivation?
Well, actually, I was watching the Jon Stewart show, and he has guests, and I guess he worked at a legendary band club in New Jersey. Can't remember the name, but they had a documentary as well, and he talked about that, and he had them on guests, and I called the owner of Scream, and I said, "Listen, we need to do this. We need to do a documentary on that scene." And he says, "Yeah, go ahead. I'm there for you, and I will give you the source material." And Michael Stewart, he owned the Fetish, Vinyl Fetish, after Joseph and Henry owned it, and he was a legendary guy, and he was a DJ, and he owned Scream with Brewster Perdue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. And now a lot of people know you from the Decline of Western Civilization documentary.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, when I was a kid, I realized I'm 2 years younger than you. And when I saw that, and you were like, you think you were like 17, you said, or something like that, and a Hollywood promoter, I was like, are you kidding? So they actually will take young people seriously at the clubs? I couldn't believe that. You were actually doing that.
That's the basis of the club, the movie, because the Decline 2 was totally LA based, and the Decline 1 was completely LA based. However, Decline 2 was like Ozzy and Alice Cooper and Joe Perry, Steven Tyler, Megadeth, those people, plus Pastor Pussycat Odin from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
London. Yeah,
London. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. How did you wind up in that movie? Were you just out promoting and just it bumped into
Well,
you, or?
well, I was the designated driver for Anna's Spheris Scholler, who's Penelope's daughter. So I would pick her up at her house, Penelope's house, the daughter, and go out everywhere. And I was like a nice guy, and I would go to lunch and dinner with these people. And all of a sudden, like we all knew the Decline One was legendary.
Yeah.
However, she wanted to do the Decline Two based on metal, and they threw me in. And by the way, they threw my parents in. However, they how would I say, my parents were on the cutting room floor because they didn't
Oh.
mind heavy metal at all. Like they wanted um, my parents to hate the music, but
Oh.
they liked it.
Oh. Yeah.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
my parents were old hippies.
So they were open.
Oh yeah, my mother dropped me off at the Troubadour when I was like 14 years old. My mother used to dance at the Gazar, the Whiskey a Go Go, when they had like go-go dancers in the 60s.
First of all, tell me about that. Your mom did that? She was a go-go dancer?
No, she was at the Whiskey.
Oh, she was at the whiskey. I thought you
Yeah,
said she was a dancer, like one of the on the stage or
no,
something. They
no.
still do that.
I guess maybe I don't know.
Well, I went to go see LA Guns and they had two girls dancing
Okay.
on each side, like old school
Oh no
style.
no no! It was up high.
Yeah, up high. Yeah, up high.
Yeah.
Like they have their little stages or whatever. Like on one girl's like on the PA, and the other girl is like on a little stage thing. But yeah, they
Yeah.
still do that. So you were also the promoter of After Dark Productions, which I did shows for you, many shows.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Tell us about that.
Well, they wanted me to bait the headlining bands for the pay-per-view bands. Um, and
I mean,
like
pay
they
to play.
wanted to get certain bands like that had draws and the record company attention to
Mhm.
do the shows.
Right.
So I was hired to get the malls and Faster Pussycat and the LA Damn Yankees and Cat House and a lot of other stuff
That's
at the
right. We
time.
talked about this on the phone. You booked Guns N' Roses. Tell us about that.
Yeah, basically, Ruben Blue needed to do a benefit show for legal bills.
Mhm.
And he had, he knew Guns N' Roses. I knew Faster Pussycat. I knew Cat House. I knew the Zeros, the Malls. So we put it together and well, we weren't sure if Guns N' Roses gonna play, and they
Mhm.
did. And
What year was it?
87, yeah,
87. Wow. So
yeah,
their album was about to come out.
about to come out, but they were big. They were fucking big. They had a line out the door from the Whiskey the to the Roxy at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. They,
12
they,
o'clock
they,
in the afternoon.
yeah, they were huge. They didn't
Wow.
sound so. So we weren't sure if they're going to show up, but they did. And by the way, they didn't have Steven Adler because Steven broke his arm, so
Oh,
they had Howard Tiemann of the Sandman and the Apes,
yes.
a
The apes.
legendary guy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he like learned the sets and You know, they like put it together.
Wow. So he played in Guns N' Roses for a show.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah.
Wow.
He's
So you were
around.
so you were telling me that out of all the bands that band that you like the most, at least in the early '90s, I guess you were probably referring to, was the Zeros.
They had great songs. Like they had their shtick, they had the hair and the makeup and the costumes, but
Yes.
they had a sound very
Yeah.
Beatlesque,
Uh-huh.
and like they were a great band. They should have went somewhere. However, I thought the problem is they went to England instead of coming to Los Angeles and beating Poison. you know,
Oh,
and the same kind of like thing, like trashy pop songs, but they went to England and pl- to play with like a goth rock bands in England instead of they should have come to Los Angeles at the same time.
yeah. So a lot of people don't realize this, but the Zero's been around since like '84 or something, right?
No, the Zeros wrote the Howard Stern theme song in like 83, 82.
So it goes back that far.
Yeah, yeah,
That's wild. I've heard that too
yeah,
on YouTube. Yeah,
yeah.
and I saw you post on the Coconut teaser the dub that you a booking. You know how you have a picture of the sign out front,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
marquee, and it said 000.
yeah.
Remember that?
Actually, it's
Yeah.
double O.
Oh, just 00.
Yeah, yeah.
So they
But
weren't called
everybody,
the double. What?
well, they couldn't do these zeros under the name because they had another gig. So they said double O.
Oh, oh,
Honestly, like it was a scene back then. Nobody cared. Like they would show up because like I devised like 4 song sets, 1 set of gear,
hmm,
free beer and hot dog, and unlimited guest list. Have fun.
yeah,
I wanted to have fun with that,
yeah.
and bands that I liked.
I used to eat those hot dogs.
Oh yeah,
That's like one of the only things we could
that's
afford.
too bad. Yeah,
Yeah, went there all the time. We always flyered there and played
yeah,
there. And I'm
yeah.
sure you, I'm sure you were the booker when I played there. I'm pretty sure.
Sure.
I was so little though at the time, like 18, even though I'm only 2 years younger than you. But I was like unaware of exactly what was going on.
Yeah. Well, my shows were 18 years and over, as
Yeah,
opposed to like the teaser was 21.
yeah, 21.
People didn't do shows on Sundays back then. You
Right,
know,
right.
people were like burnt at the wing. Before Exposure 54 showed up, I was the only game in town doing Sundays.
Wow,
So yeah,
nice, nice.
yeah.
And you were telling me that you were raised there, right? In the near Hollywood, near the
I
Troubadour,
was
was it?
basically raised in Shepherd Hills. It's like, if you know the demographics, Shepherd Hills, Beverly Hills, West Hollywood. So I'm basically 5 miles away, 6 miles away.
Wow. So what was the first shows that you saw?
I saw like, well, major acts or like
Just in
local.
general, like what was the first things that you saw in Hollywood?
Oh, London with Native Dupree and Lizzie Gray and Izzy. Um,
And
Rick,
Izzy Stradlin, yeah.
Rick Fox of Sin, Poison with the other guy on guitar,
What was his
um,
name?
Kent or Brett. No, the guy had to go back because he got his girlfriend pregnant.
Oh,
Sad, but
and they're
he did the
yeah,
right thing.
that's funny. So he moved out here with them, like as Paris or something, or was he in Paris?
Uh, they moved out here as Paris, and I think Kim Bally said, legendary Kim Bally said, "You're not from Paris, you're poison." So Paris to poison, no big deal.
Yeah, yeah. So he named them Poison.
I'm sure he said that. Who knows?
Because he
Yeah,
named Blackboard Jungle Blackboard Jungle.
that's true too, because it is a famous movie way before Brit's time.
Say that again.
It was a famous movie in the 50s.
Oh yes, yes,
So
with
he would
Sidney
know.
Poitier.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Which I didn't realize, but yeah, when if you Google it, that's what
Yeah.
comes up. Yeah, yeah. But what other bands did you see when you first got here?
First got here, like I said, like London, Rick Box of Sin, Poison, let's see.
Because I know that you're like into like some of the punk stuff too, or the more alternative type stuff.
I saw the Minutemen at McCabe's Guitar, which is an acoustic guitar
Yeah,
shop. Punk was
right.
kind of like winding down, you know, as far as it got too hardcore, like uh, PSOL, like that. It was too violent back then. The suicidal tendencies, those bands
Yeah.
got too violent. I was too young.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
But you were like into more like the Hanoi Rocks type of bands too,
Oh,
right?
we all shared an experience watching a VHS tape called something live at the Marquee.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
those recent years, everybody saw it, and everyone was, "Oh my God, this
yeah.
is what we long for." I was like, okay, like everybody like changed, you know, the hair and the vibe and Melrose Avenue on the streets, and everybody was like changing.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they really influenced the Sunset Strip scene of my
every
time.
every
They were,
everything. But
they were like
what?
they were like one of the main bands that everybody was influenced by when I was playing there.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is the drummer died, and the crusade, you know, was broke. Like all of a sudden, like they're gonna make it, and they're gonna make it, they're gonna come, and boom, they didn't.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That happened to a lot of bands, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
even
more
like
times
Led
than not.
Zeppelin. What?
Huh? More times than not.
Yeah, like Led Zeppelin. Like like in 1980, oh, it's gonna happen, and boom, you know.
Yeah. That's funny. So what made you decide to be a promoter in the first place?
I met Kim Bally, legendary Kim Bally, at Rock and Roll with Denny's.
So you're really
And
good friends with him.
I was his driver. I was the guy. And like at 17 years old, I would like drive him everywhere. And
Wow.
and he said to me, "What do you do? What do you do at Rock and Roll Denny's?" And I said, "Well, I could mess around with bass guitar." And he said, "You're Jewish. Don't be in a band. Own one." I said, "Okay, let's go."
That's funny.
Yeah.
So what was the first bands that you booked?
Yeah. The Malls.
It was the Malls?
Yeah. Uh, Cat House with not Ricky Brackman. Clark James was Barbie. remnants of Barbie, Damn Yankees, Not Ted Nugent,
Right,
uh,
right.
um, The Zeros. I would give it like Burning Head, Burning Tree.
Burning
I
Tree.
would slap them on shows.
I
The
remember
Elaine
that.
Flames, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love Burning Tree, but they were called Head.
Oh, okay. So they were head.
Yes. And they were um, Citadel as well with
Sid,
Jack
I heard
from,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
They were great. The Broken Homes, shout out to the Broken Homes because
I remember you
they were,
booking them on a regular basis, those two
yeah,
bands. I
yeah,
remember that.
yeah, they were a great band. They could have been the Black Pros and better.
Right.
However, they were on Musician Cemetery America, MCA, so they didn't have a chance.
Oh, it's too bad.
That was a bad label in the 80s.
Mm. So I got a
Great,
question for you.
yeah.
What made you stop becoming a promoter?
When I was 21, I got an artist named Mark Curry a record deal from Virgin Records and Virgin Publishing, and I started to become a manager.
Okay.
So I did a major bidding war for Mark Curry, and led to Face, a punk band on A&M, and this, that, and the other. So I was done being a promoter.
No, yeah, I
It,
understand. Especially in Hollywood, it fizzled out too.
yeah, it's like, okay, it's not happening anymore. Like, it's fun and games, but like the bands did deliver back then.
Yeah.
Like it was Guns N' Roses. I love Jane's Addiction, the best ever.
Yeah. They're in your documentary, just to let people know.
Yeah,
Like
I loved Community of K, which is a major like goth rock band. Goth and rock and alternative and punk like melded together in 1985 to 1990, and they split apart. And
yeah. Right, right.
I hear your dog.
I know it's my dog. But anyways, so let's read these comments down here real quick because I'm curious to see what they're saying.
Fuck you. Get off the stage.
Yeah, it could just be random YouTubers. A lot of times, I guess it is. Like, what is this, bro? But I don't know who that is, though. Well, why you look like Stephen Piercy of Rat? They're talking about you.
I met Stephen Piercy at age like 12.
Did you really?
I used to live in Culver City, and Rat was from Culver City, and I met him at Bob's Liquor reading magazines, and he said, "Hey, I'm in the magazine."
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and you were like, you didn't even know who he was. And did you
Yeah,
open up the magazine right there on the spot?
sure. Well, like I
That's
had the
wild.
Rat EP, I had the Great White EP. I
Mhm.
was a metalhead. Like I had
Yeah.
Iron Maiden, Saxon, Ozzy. Like that was the bomb.
Oh, yeah. And that's still my favorite. That particular era, what you just
Yeah,
named,
yeah.
that's literally like my heart and soul is there.
Kerrang magazine. I would go every week to see if a new magazine was out.
Right.
They informed me. Marillion, Venom, uh, Fastway. I
Mhm.
saw Fastway, Saxon, and Iron Maiden at Long Beach Arena.
Right.
That was the Peace of Mind tour.
Oh, okay.
In fact, Saxon blew them off the stage. Then a year later, Accept blew Saxon off the stage at Santa Monica Civic.
Oh, I see. Wow. That's incredible. Wow. Hey, let's read this other comment here. This one says, I was a roadie for a few local punk bands in St. Louis in the 90s. Met a lot of peeps, Danzig, Perry Farrell, and a few others. Good times. Right on.
Great
This
times.
is Reverend. This one is Reverend Horton Heat guys I hung out with a few times. They toured in a tiny van for years. Rockabilly in the punk scene. Good stuff. You remember them? Did you book
Of
them?
course. What?
Did you book them?
No. They were from elsewhere.
Where were they from? I thought they were somewhere from LA. They're not.
No,
'Cause
Texas or something.
they were always playing through town then.
Reverend Horton Heat.
Yeah.
No, they were. That was a hub. People would play there.
Where?
In Los Angeles.
No, I just mean in the Southern California because I've seen them playing around, like, just in general, like in the in Band Magazine, it'll say they're playing somewhere.
I don't know.
All right, so this one says, Dead Kennedys helped a lot. I love Fugazi. And someone said, I'm native too. So that means that they're a LA person too. Like,
Yeah, LA, San Francisco.
Someone said, no, I'm talking about you, Keith, about the Stephen Piercy thing, I guess. I've heard that a few times. I did a lesson video for a rat, and people were saying, I thought it was Stephen Piercy giving the lesson. So I got views because it was the thumbnail was small. And this one says Black Flag and Steve Caballero from Bone.
Yeah, I was a skateboarder back then at age like 11, and I saw Caballero go pro at the dog pole at the Marina del Rey skate park. He was amazing. They were so fucking good. I used to love skateboarding too, and like skateboarding led to music, punk rock, Devo. I saw Devo 4 nights at the San Francisco Civic.
Devo.
Yeah, Black Flag.
Yeah.
Flag. They were amazing.
With Henry or before that?
Henry, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm
nice.
too young to see
to see it without him.
What?
Did you see it before Henry was in it? You mean?
I was like, he joined in '81. I was like 9.
Did Henry really join in '81?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't realize that. I even have his book on that subject. I haven't read it in a while. All right, well, so anyways, it says from Bone Brigade in it. And met all of them before X Games stuff. Hawk too, skated for a couple of years, skating and punk kind of glued together. I was all into BMX at the time. My cousins, the bassist for Mudvayne, Ryan Martini. Nice.
Yeah.
Nope, from Wisconsin. So what are they saying? That Reverend Horton Heat's from Wisconsin?
I guess so. Probably, yeah.
I think that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
This one says glued together. I don't know what that means, though, what they're referring to anymore. Hello, guys. Cheers. Oh, that's Robin. This person I do actually recognize because they use their name.
Yeah.
If you use your name, I'll recognize your name. Hey, Robin. Robin, you have a question? Put it down there. This is Desi Benjamin. He booked the bands in Hollywood when I was playing there in Afterdark Productions. He has a new documentary as well as, what is it, like 5 years old?
7 years old.
7 years old.
New to you.
But it's new to me, and it'll be new to you if you haven't seen it. Scenesters. And now, what was the exact title? It's Scenesters, but there was more to it than that. I forget.
Music Mayhem and Narrows Avenue.
Nice music, and it's on you. It's on you. Tubi and a bunch of other platforms too. And also, Robin, if you've seen, because he's all into this stuff, like the Sunset Strip scene. He wasn't born at the time, so he's one of those people on Facebook and on YouTube that always he posts the bands from the Sunset Strip, and also but he likes the glam metal, so he'll do it from like Sweden and East Coast, but from the early '90s. So he's specifically into that, and. So Robin, this is Desi from the movie Decline of Western Civilization, and he's got kind of a big part in there. At least it seemed like you had a big part in there.
Yeah, like I was the only one that it's so funny because they filmed me at the same time with Aerosmith and Steven Tyler and Joe Perry. I was coming in, they were coming out.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. Like, wow, Steven Perry, Joe Perry, Steven Tyler, Joe Perry. My gods, I love them. I worship Aerosmith.
Yeah, I know. I love Aerosmith. That's one of my
When
favorite bands.
I saw Guns N' Roses playing Thursday night, I was Slash's original roadie.
You?
Yeah, and the first 4 shows, I would lug in the cabinets for him. He paid me like $15, and you know, I didn't have a car. I was like barely 16, and
Wow.
yeah, like when I saw them live, they were God. They were so amazing.
Yeah.
The best band ever. Like you could see clips on the Whiskey a Go Go. They played the whole record. Like
Yeah.
like that's like a world class act
Oh,
on
yeah.
the Whiskey a Go Go. They were amazing,
Yeah.
and they clicked too because like I saw them with Tracy Guns and they weren't that great. I could I missed that. I saw them, but I was okay. That's whatever. But I was gravitated because Izzy was the guy, and he was in London, and he quit the band to join Guns N' Roses, and they finally got Slash and Steven Adler. Basically, Slash and Steven Adler made the band. It was like punk rock meets hard rock, and it is all together.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I usually make these videos about 30 minutes. That way I can have you on as a guest more
Yeah.
like, continually, kind of like Guns N' Roses would be in the magazine every few months sort of thing. But I want to, when we asked Robin if he has one question, so we'll let Robin ask the last question of the interview. And he actually promotes bands on Facebook, if you don't know. So I'll send him a link. I'll send you a link so you can see what he does. But he's fervent about it. So if he shares your link, a lot of people will see it from the scene because he's very into it. Yeah, yeah. And so he says, okay, this guy asked real quick, do you play any instruments?
I diddle daddle on bass guitar, but I'm left-handed, so it's hard to find a left-handed bass back then.
Yeah, yeah. I see the bass back there, Ricky.
Yeah, like I said, like at age 16, at 15, 16, and I met legendary Ken Fowley, who, if you did not know, wrote The King of the Nighttime World and Do You Love Me on Destroyer. He produced, managed, and wrote The Runaways.
Yeah.
He did everything. And he said, don't be in a band, manage a band. Do something besides that.
Yeah, interesting path that you took. That's why I was wondering where that came from at such a young age.
Yeah.
Because I was like, who decides to be a promoter at age 17 and is already in a freaking movie?
Yeah.
In Hollywood, man. How does it even work? How did that happen? But okay, so this one goes. Robin says, I asked him if he wants to ask if he has a question, and he goes, this guy right here is a legend. So cool that you have him on. He's talking about you, Desi. I told you you're a legend.
Yeah, right.
Because like I said, I saw that movie right before I'm moving to Hollywood. So that's like one of the things that made me go, I'm definitely moving to Hollywood. And you're in the movie, so that's like how it is. You see somebody in a movie when you're a kid. It's a big deal.
It's honestly, I never really saw the movie.
No.
Like bits and pieces. They're like, yeah, I know that I was in it, but it was not my real thing. Like Odin and like Lizzie Borden
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
that my
That's my
whole
shit
thing.
right there. I love that stuff though.
Yeah, people loved it, but
Yeah, yeah.
like
No,
I
I know
was
you're.
like Scream, the Club Scream, White Trash a Go Go,
Yeah.
Glam Slam,
Mhm.
Jane's Addiction changed my life. Guns N' Roses changed my life. The Joneses, Lions and Ghosts, the Zeros, those bands like Damn
Rick
Yankees.
Parker.
Yeah,
Rick
Rick Parker.
Parker.
Yeah,
Cool
yeah,
guy. I love that guy.
yeah,
Anyways, let's. So he actually has a question for you, and he
yeah.
goes, "I have a question, but it's the standard one. What is your favorite memory of the strip and all that in the late '80s and the early '90s during that period?"
Doing the great shows and going to the great shows like, like Guns N' Roses, and we we did Jane's Addiction, the live record with me and Ricky Brackman. Um,
What do you mean you did it?
we had a company called uh, I can't remember the name. It's a long story, but me and him and Tammy, we go back, and like I was at the first Cat House Club, and I was the roadie, a stage manager for Frosted Pussycats, and I would pick up Brent and Mark and Greg to go to Hollywood, and like I had a car back then. Well, I still have a car, but I was the go-to guy, and we did shows together, and just so happened uh, the they needed a show, Jane's Addiction, that fell on a certain date at the Roxy, and we did it.
No.
It was amazing.
Wow.
And the Guns N' Roses sang uh, the benefits for Ruben Blue.
Uh-huh.
Uh, yeah, amazing. And going
Wow.
to shows and like the after parties. Like I saw Jane's Addiction play a tennis court on Halloween. You know,
Really?
in the like a private party.
Wow. That's wild.
You're wild. Yeah,
I played in front of a tennis court before.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Desi. I really appreciate it. And
No
it's an
problem. Thank you.
honor to have you on. To us, like I said, the guys in the bands from like 1989 or after that movie on, the guys that moved there from different parts of the country, we all think of you as a legend because you were the guy that booked us and
It's
was in
so
a
funny
movie.
that like ran into people. They say you're in the decline from people from Canada saying,
Yeah,
"Oh, okay." Like
yeah.
people love that movie,
I
loved it.
love that. That's one of
Yeah,
my all-time favorite
yeah,
movies. It made me.
yeah.
It really makes you want to move to Hollywood. I tell you that much right now.
The thing is, my movie Scenesters is kind of like the decline one. The movie happened,
Hmm.
and a shout out to Bob, who rest in peace. And you need to start seeing these the rise of thrash metal, the heavy metal in the 80s in the clubs.
Yeah.
Um, they had a bunch of them. Um, it goes to like 78 to 83 before my time, then the decline part two, and I finished off the old scene in Scenesters, and that's the 80s. If you have decline one, the uh, the rise of heavy metal, uh, two, and the Climb 2 and the Scenesters is it. That's it. That's all.
Nice. So I'm going to make sure that I post a link of Scenesters with this video, and also tell Robin to do the same. Like I said, he gets out to a lot of people, and so everyone needs to see Scenesters.
Yeah, hit me up.
So we'll do that. And so again, once again, thank you so much, Desi. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.